Angle 3, O.
On target.
Angle 3, 1. Text on target. Engage.
1, 1.
15-200. Fire!
Hello and welcome to this short video on the equipment that I'm going to be wearing and the equipment I'm going to be carrying on the forthcoming walk, hopefully, pandemic pending. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it as authentic as possible. I'm not a reenactor, although I think they do a good job keeping things like this alive. But I'm going to try and make the kit as authentic as possible. I can't do it 100%. Because I just haven't got the equipment. So if anybody out there has got some stuff that I haven't got, it'd be gratefully received. But we'll start from the bottom, work our way to the top, dress wise, and then we'll look at the equipment. Alright. Boots DMS. Now the old and bold among, look at the state of them, that's where I've been training, see that? The old and bold amongst you may remember what DMS stands for. Anyone remember? Well, it stands for Them's My Shoes. No, don't really. What it stands for is directly moulded sole. Okay, so the sole is moulded directly onto the boot. Okay, now these were generally only issued to commander types, but I'll show you the kind of boots that I'll be wearing. Ammo boots. You can see the difference in the soles. They're leather soles, not rubber. Now, these fell off the back of a Land Rover once when I was on my way back from King Street with St John's Wood back to Aldershot. But they're a good sturdy boot, issued to most soldiers during the Second World War. And they sound very good when you're marching, very hardy, but very slippery on concrete. So, yeah, they're the boots that I hope to be wearing on the march. Just a couple of differences here between the ammo boot and the DMS boot. First of all, on the ammo boot you can see that the heel seam, it doesn't meet up with this seam here, okay, whereas on the DMS boot it does. You see where it meets up? And the other difference is the ammo boot had pebble grain all over, and this was sometimes, well, very often, especially on the toes and the heels, burnt down in aid of to aid bulling the boots. Okay, so there's just a couple of differences, and obviously the directly moulded sole on one and not on the other. But I'll be wearing these. Next we have anklets or gaiters. Now these are not actually an early war gaiter, because the early war ones had they had webbing straps on them rather than these leather ones. So they were issued these towards the end of the war, towards the end of the war, I believe. But really authentic ones have got webbing straps on them. But yeah, otherwise they're okay. Next we have the battle dress trousers, serge battle dress trousers. Now there is again something that's not quite authentic with these. It's because these ones are actually airborne trousers, and the difference are these. On the airborne trousers, obviously worn towards the end of the war, middle to the end of the war, they got bellow pockets on them. Okay, you see this pocket on the normal general issue ones, they were flat. Okay, a flat pocket. And the other thing we have is a secret pocket in the side. See that just there? And that was used for carrying what's commonly known as the commando knife, but it is the FS or Fairbairn Sykes fighting knife. Okay, and that will go in your scabbard, and that will slip into your side pocket there, and that runs along the seam of the trousers. All right, FS fighting knife. On the battle dress trousers we got braces. I'll be wearing a belt and braces. These are not original, these are replicas. but this is the type that the soldiers would have worn. Next on my gorgeous body, we got the khaki flannel shirt. Again, everyone was issued these. I think there was issued 2 of them. Khaki flannel with a cotton collar. So I'll be wearing that for 3 days. Move on now to the serge battle dress blouse or jacket. This is actually based on a later model, but still within period. This is a replica again, but you can tell it's based on a later model because it's got a line collar, but it's still got the pleated pockets and what have you. These will probably be coming off because the period that I'm commemorating, there was at that time there was no British airborne, so they'll come off. But I'll keep the rest of them on, anti-tank. Yeah, with the white lanyard there of the Royal Artillery. That brings us on to the greatcoat. Is it a greatcoat or a trench coat? Well, this is a greatcoat. Trench coats were mostly waterproof and lightweight. These were meant for warm weather. It's like wearing a couple of blankets, it is. So hopefully I won't have to wear that one. But if it is cold in May, which I doubt, then I'll wear it. It's got the insignia there of your arm, which is that's Royal Artillery. And all you had on there was that and your rank, and there was no other insignia on a greatcoat. Now we come to the equipment that the men will be wearing. I'll be wearing this pattern 1937, obviously came into being in 1937 webbing. We've got the 2 main pouches there, they're Mark II pouches. We've got the braces, the crossover braces at the back. We've got the skeleton carrier water bottle. And we've got the 2-part entrenching tool, and this is actually a later model, about 1944, 43 I think, 44 it came out, this attachment on the end here, and that's for your spike bayonet to, it can act as another weapon or tool. The spade for the entrenching tool is actually inside that cover there. We've also got the bayonet frog, and that's for the 1907 sword bayonet. For the #1 Mark III Lee Enfield rifle, which I'll show you later on. Yeah, so that's your pattern 1937, and I'll be wearing that. Don't think I'll fill the pouches though. Another obvious bit of kit that the soldiers have had in marching battle order was your haversack, your backpack. Okay, and in there you'd have, I've got a normal, it's kind of a modern day poncho there, but they'd have had their gas cape, where that is now, and inside there you've got your mess tins, shaving kit, warm weather kit. Your mess tins will be on the outside here, so there's all the soft kit is against your back. And one thing that the Germans really underestimated was the British love for a cup of tea, and I think it won a lot of battles myself. But oh, there's no underestimating the power of a nice cup of tea.
On target! And the 3-1, that's on target! Engage!
15-200! 15-200!